What up, Bandidos? We're live. You sick of me yet? Hey, so the devs are going live in 1 hour to reveal Season 2 of Year 7 and talk to us about the PTS. So hopefully we get a glimpse on maybe some of the exotics and the new gear that we're going to expect. I don't know if they're going to show those details to us. We might have to wait for the PTS patch notes that will probably come out at least by tomorrow, right? Because there's a preload usually. So I don't know. So is that what you guys are here for? If so, you're in the right place. Yeah, I'll probably do Master this evening. Yeah, for sure. We're tinkering with the Tinkerer mask right now. Kind of wrapping my head around it. Saying, you know, what's the deal, bro? You any good? You know? I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's awesomeness. It's a great addition, though. We need things like that that bring up some more build diversity and creativity, because it's not all about power. But even though it's not all about power, I still struggle to find interesting combinations on some things because of the configurations on the gear sets. The mask forces you to run four. Well, you have to run 4 pieces of a gear set. The mask forces you to make one of those pieces the chest and the backpack, and that's not a good idea on all builds. So it's a little bit of a loss on some setups. But that's what we're gonna do in the pre-show here. We're gonna tinker some more. One of the gear sets I was interested in looking at, let me save this real quick, we're messing with aces, is negotiators. I think negotiators could be good, because the question is, does the gear set already have an ideal backpack that you would or chest piece that you would run like aces did, right? The aces has a good chest piece, gives you more amp damage, and some of them do, but if they require you to play out, if it's an out of cover gameplay style like Hunter's Fury, then running the backpack and chest piece isn't ideal because you're losing a lot. But if you're already playing from cover, like Negotiator's Dilemma, then the build will it's more easier to justify the mask as a good alternative to whatever. Building is life, Sheriff. Woohoo! It's been a minute. How's life? What up, Hookem? Yeah, I got my coffee pot. We were up till we were streaming past midnight last night, and then here we are again. Hence the sick of me yet. No. But yeah, man, it's fun to try to come up with some good little ideas. We found some cool ones, man. The shotguns, they rock. The combos do, at least. Normally I would run Hunter's Fury with that, but What up, KC? Kansas City. So here we go. Negotiators, basically, and then that would open us up to picking the chest of our choice. We like that. We could just go obliterate. And then we can do the double FAMAS like we were doing yesterday. And so we like the measured killer combo, felt really good. see where our stats are. 50, 148. Yeah. Yeah, I'll set you up a little tent in the backyard. We could start a little commune, a little Division 2 commune. What mods do I have here? Crit chance. Crit chance. Stability. All right, that'll work. And then we can, with this one, we'd probably want to run assault, yeah. And then we'd want to run crits, headshot, I guess. The rest don't really matter. Let's see what you can do. I wouldn't mind a bigger mag. There's also, we're running measured now, so we're looking at more damage, but we could also be running fast hands. With this, it'd be really cool because it's all crit based.
You've got your objective.
So killer with fast hands.
Stand in your way.
Pissing rain out here. This gun's a little wild, right? The moths. Good time to kill though, isn't it? Somebody running around.
Deploying UAV.
There you are. We were looking for you. I mean, that's a pretty quick clear right there. Time to spare is nice, right? Don't shoot my paper shield.
Serious trauma detected.
That shield break thing fucking sucks. Shouldn't have been messing around on that.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Yeah, I like the police M4 too. Yeah, I know. I'm just lazy. I haven't gotten all my assault rifles out. So that was measured, pretty fun. But look at all these cool options we have. We have preservation for more heals, Optimus strain, close and personal, fast hands, which I'm gonna try next. But also steady handed, 100 stacks of accuracy and stability. I love that. There's another one in here. Streamlined, nearsighted, streamlined strong. But then we can't use the shield. Stabilize. So firing gives us up to 60% accuracy and stability. And we're always doing that, aren't we? So
Your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
It's a tank DPS is really good in master difficulty. Almost any build will work. It's all elites, so I would I run a protection of elites. Am I running the wrong somewhere? I am. Let's go. Yeah, protection from elites is really good in there. There's a lot of enemies. So having some sort of survivability, Memento worked out great for me. But you also have, you know, things like Hunter's Fury that would probably do pretty good in there too. Come here, dude. You know what we'd probably be better with is smart cover. Tech! What's up? Thanks for bringing the homies. Laser beam right there. Clear! Except for somebody. It's back there. Let's get tanked. Right on. Let's do a little shout out for the techie. What's good, man? What were you guys up to? Were you playing just now? Did you get your mask? Or did you encounter the bug like a lot of people? Be sure to head over to Tech's channel and make sure you give him a follow, a sub, all that good stuff. Jaco in the house. What up, Jakey? Wakey, wakey. What up, Parabellum? You coming to Twitch? Right on. Those of you that are just joining us, the live stream goes from the devs, starts in about 45 minutes. So we're tinkering with the Tinker Mask. Oh, that's a nice one. This is a negotiator build, and so we're just kind of testing different talents. This was stabilized, which I'm a fan of. So far, our favorite double damage is killer with measured. I see a big future for future perfect, because that utility is going to be handy on almost all builds. Yeah, the bug is some people can't finish the boss fight. Bugs out, but apparently there's a workaround. And then fast hands for the fast reloads. Let's try fast hands real quick. D2 has bugs? No way. Really, dude?
Medical assistance needed.
Oh, you didn't even take the shot. Jesus Christ.
Agent deceased.
Starting over.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Oh, I was probably with the wrong assault rifle. God damn it. You gotta remember to switch your assault rifles. It only works on your primary. Thought that mag felt light. Clear. It's crazy, right? So this is fast hand. So it's crits give us faster reloads. Used to be one of my favorites actually for solo legendary. Fucking pole is like right on my line of sight. That's fucking crazy. Like right there was the perfect example of fast hands. So, you know, I put out a full mag, got the reload in, and started shooting again before he even got his first shot. Started shooting. Yeah, we can do a little. Let me do this next room, or we can go over there. You guys want to see the master difficulty? Not all of you have done it. We won't have time to finish it. I don't think it's a long mission, but we could check it out. Let's swing by this safe house here real quick to pick up some ammo. Yeah, you're not the first person to talk about the pestilence thing. The pestilence apparently causes a bug in there. And then let's try going to... Ranger's really good on assault rifles too. All sorts of great options. Measured. Yeah, I was thinking, good job, Geo. Good spy in that. I was going to say, we haven't gone to the LMGs yet, but LMGs have a lot of interesting damage, and they can use the utility. Think of fast hands on one of the strongest, slow-ass assault rifle. I mean, LMGs, right? Yeah, I agree with you there.
All right, Agent. Your goal, extract the manager. He's a high-value asset for someone
we're probably going to want this shield on this.
Expect him to be heavily secured by Black Tusk.
This is not the build I would necessarily run for this mission, but we'll give it a go. Because there's these turrets. I have to get out of cover to find those. This will kind of be a challenge.
Move, move, move!
got those. Why are you fucking not dying, bro? Oh, wrong talent again.
Vital signs critical.
You don't know how many times it's happened to me. I'm on the wrong assault rifle and it takes me a second to realize.
Automated defenses detected. Caution advised.
You there? You're trespassing.
Jumping
Is now a
a
black
bit over
medical
here.
facility. Turn around and leave immediately. You were warned.
Shit, dude. So we got a crate over there, and a crate here in the back. She's protecting. A lot of decoys too. And traps. Oh, that one fucking got me. God damn it. Thought I would duck through it.
All right, Agent. Your goal, extract the manager. He's a high-value asset for Sokolov concern. Expect him to be heavily secured by Black Tusk.
I don't really like this build for this. Let me change it. We can still run the ARs. We can try that one. Little zippity doodle here. I don't know if I have SMGs marked, but in my skill tree, but we'll try.
Automated defenses detected. Caution advised.
Small mag, but bursty little burst.
You there? You're trespassing. This is now a Black Tusk
Really?
facility.
My decoys out there, bro.
And leave immediately. You were warned.
Vital signs critical.
Fucking tanking it. You gotta watch out for these traps because they're not just decoys, they actually kill you. sniper. She's a threat.
Find the shield carrier.
There she is. Nailing it. Broke my shield. Oh, there's two of them. Mother. Yeah, I don't know if this is a good build for this. We need the memento.
All right, Agent. Your goal: extract the manager. He's a high-value asset for
Some people say, Iron, to not
Expect him to be heavily secured by
use
Black
your or to clear the room of all the ads before taking on the boss. Have you tried that yet? What up, Agent? Eagle Star. Eagle Star. Here's my favorite build. I'm just gonna go to this so you guys can see this gameplay. But this is the build that I used to complete it. The Bighorn. Did you guys see this video? So it's a Bighorn exotic, but the catch is we're going all into headshots everywhere on the build. And then the 4-piece striker. Really? I didn't have my fucking knees? How did that work out? So no crits on the build, and it's a banger. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, or something like that. Yeah, the backfire build, yeah. That's a good one too.
Access denied.
So back up with it. Do I got it? Yeah. Good.
Engaging division agent.
Building stacks here.
I see them. Your
Into
move.
the fight for the bud.
Tag the target. And down.
I mean, look at that bonus. That's the kind of bonus armor you need for this shit.
Automated defenses detected. Caution advised.
You there. You're trespassing. This is now a Black Tusk control facility. Turn around and leave immediately. You were warned.
Tank is really annoying over there. Yeah, if you don't come in here with the right build, it's rough. These fights are fucking long. I mean, this one is like the shortest of all the checkpoints. But some of these fucking checkpoints are crazy long. They just keep sending enemies at you, which I like. I like that. But it is a little exhausting. I really should have fucking taken out that tank.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
We just took a lot of damage to the back, didn't we? Who was doing it? Where's that fucking tank that keeps wailing on me?
Need to reload. Targets in your head.
They're everywhere, huh? Look at that. More. Cockroaches.
Hit the target.
What are you doing, buddy? Trying to lure me in that trap? Stay down, stay down.
I'm reloading.
Can we be done? Oh. Butter!
Stop here.
The double shotgun? Yeah, I want to come in here with the shotgun build. You think that would have been tough? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, having the range is nice because there are some snipers. Yeah.
Attention! Intruders attempting to sabotage our stance. Stop them.
Oops. So this is a lengthy one here. Brace yourselves. There's a lot of medics too, so that's your goal, is to eliminate these medics. I mean, and I mean a lot. Like maybe a dozen. And you gotta kill them fast, right? Because they'll just keep getting up everybody you die, that you kill, I mean. You know, it's insane. See, here's one already here. Gotta find this fucker. Priority uno.
Enemy spotted.
There he is.
This'll help.
Let's go deal with that alarm. I don't know if taking it out early is a good thing. Maybe it'll cut down on the waves. I don't know.
Hostile defenses disabled.
Agent requesting backup.
I'm being flanked.
Yeah, you know, I didn't like the Bighorn before this build. I was never really a fan of it.
Dead.
It's all right.
Deploying the drone. I'm reloading. I got him. Fire in this location. Oh no. We lost one.
Getting a little dog fights, huh? Does anybody use this in PvP? It must be wrecked.
CTSU operative Keiko Nakama here. Requesting immediate helo extraction of the manager.
The only two purple guys on the field, huh? Notice that? There's not many.
Go it in.
Good, we're catching the medics right when they come out.
I'll get to you. Get up, asshole.
Oh, hold still, buddy. You had the will to live.
Got the manager. Prepping for dockside pier extraction.
Oh, it's the next one. That's the journey. See if we can do this in 9 minutes. The chest I'm running. Yeah, memento for the backpack. The chest I'm running.
What if instead of disabling it,
Intimidate. Notice it's
take out
active
the
right now.
incoming Black Tusk extraction helo?
It's kind of a nice perk from the season.
Console detected.
Because your bonus armor is like up almost full time. The trick with this one is to beware of the sniper. There's this one sniper. Furry muff! You
Did
made
we
me
just
say it,
become
bro.
best friends?
Absolutely.
Players
We're
Club.
besties. Fucking drones. Stop it with the drones. We'll get her in a second.
You'll need to use the second console to complete the hack, Agent.
Drone operator down. Please don't make me blow up your backpack. Yeah, and then I have a lot of protection from elites, so I'm running the 3 slots protection from elites. Think. I might have forgot to switch that. No, we are. Yeah. So now we got to protect this generator here, wherever it is, over there. So they're going to try to kill it. And so there's this sniper that comes, and a lot of people lose because of that. She comes out there on that SAM.
Can't see anything.
So decoy helps with that too, but I think she might even overlook that decoy, but she's your priority target.
I hit him. Is he down? Hostiles at the perimeter. Hostiles on the flank.
Ah,
Shit, shit. Enemy is flanking our unit.
rounds. Great. Big distraction, aren't they? Oh, she got it. Oh, she got it. Fuck. You see? You see? Oh, so it's sometime after the chunga.
Right, Agent.
Oh, man. I guess good timing because we got to get to the stream.
He's a high-value asset for
That's
Sokolov
crazy.
concern.
Johnny the
Expect him
Butcher.
to be
Appreciate
heavily
you, man.
secured by Black Tusk.
5-month commitment. Thanks for going old with me. The brand is Golan. It doesn't have to be Golan, but that's the perfect version of Intimidate. And we were looking for her too, but yeah, she's tricky. I mean, she came out and you could hear her shots, wham, wham, and we were protecting the hell out of that thing, so it didn't even take damage, you know, until she came out. So that's my chest. I got the Golan chest, the perfect Intimidate, and you get this by beating the New York Hunters if you haven't done that yet. But it doesn't have to be perfect. Just run whatever. Palisades would be a good option on this. Get some armor on kill. As you can see, I didn't need armor on kill. So I'd probably elect to go more headshot damage, actually. Like a Habsburg or Providence. Because this thing is crazy. It's got 372% headshot damage on this. 372. That's insane. That's insane. Let me tell you, that's enough. That's what the White Death carries. Okay, let's get the stream going here. We'll do some audio checks if you guys are down with that. We'll turn off the music here. So 1080p. Volume is maxed. How's your audio on that side? Do you hear the music okay? Loud and clear? Right on, Ricky. Ricky Camacho! The name Camacho is amazing. You should run for president, Ricky. You got a tiny head. Camacho for president. Right on, Loki. Yeah, messing with your ears, goalie. Yeah, you know what I did, Butterfinger, on that Warhound, the self-healing Warhound, once I realized it self-heals. I cleared everything and kind of left them for last, you know. But also, if you go into the room that has the ammo crate, you know, he'll go in there, so you can isolate him in there too. Yeah, they have the master mission bug on their to-do list, but you know, these guys don't move that fast. That's the sad part. It's just the reality. You know, it's something we've come to, I guess, accept. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. It sucks. Bugs take forever. Game-breaking bugs. We still have the stash bug, bro. That's a big bug. The stash bug is a big bug. Yes, there's a workaround, and it's not always there, but the fact that it is there is that's our stash. You know what I mean? You don't fuck with the stash. No. The broken armor bug, yeah, that's a feature, man. That's not a bug anymore. Once it goes past like 2 or 3 years, we call it an in-game feature. Good job, Parker. It was glitching for you too, huh? Even on the Xbox. Targaryen Ty, you have been promoted into clan. And Sapper, I'm doing you now too. If you're here. I don't know if you're here, Sapper, but I don't typically do this because I can't keep track of who's what. But Chris is here. I say Chris GTO. We should probably promote him too. Parker, do you do promoting, or is it just spokes mostly? So what are we excited for, folks? I am curious on what the next season's modifiers are. They keep the game interesting from day to day. I think it's important that we get good brand set and talents, though, I gotta say. Especially with the new exotic mask. Spokes, Loki? All right. Never mind, Parker. I got the answer. No expectations. Yeah, sometimes it's a good idea, Yabato. Keep the expectations low. A PFE brand set. You know, every time they do that, Central, it doesn't come out so hot. They've done it. They did it with that chest piece, you know. I think a pistol gear set would be sick. We need a gear set that fucking stands out for DPS. Something that's like, yeah, you know, Striker's pretty good for damage and all that, but this one fucking rocks because, you know, I get this and I get that and I get this. You know, we really need something to compete with Striker. We really do. Not compete on a damage level, but divert our attention, you know? Yeah, if you're interested in joining our clan, be sure to head to our Discord. That is the best place to connect with folks. We have several clans. Something is not Striker yet. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get new skills. That's a big deal. We used to get them every season, you know? It was exciting to get the smart cover, though. I gotta tell you, that was fucking sick. It was a game changer, literally. Right on, first attempt on Master. What'd you end up running with, Lou? Did you go backfire? Ooh, I'm not familiar with that, Havoc. SMG with the big shield. Heartbreaker, right on. What up, Sapper? There you are. Mario Karts for skills. I thought like a skateboard would be cool, an actual skateboard to navigate the streets, to go from checkpoint to checkpoint. Turn this into a Tony Hawk game. Yeah, I enjoyed Virtuoso when I tried that, Twisted. It was I mean, it doesn't stand out enough for me to switch to it, but I thought it was really effective, you know? And that's the problem, is it's like, oh, the benefits it gave me just weren't like stand out enough to say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna run you as one of my mains, you know? But it's great. It's got some nice utility in there, and the damage does hold. I ran it with the Pestilence. I liked it with the Pesty. Jetpacks. What build did you run it with, Pepper? Was that a striker? I think a streamlined killer combo would be really great, because then you get the solid base of damage, and then every now and again it kicks in that killer. Oh, here we go. We're coming on.
Hello, agents. Cal still had to go, but we had to come back here for another PTS stream. This is the final stretch of Year 7 Season 1 Crossroads, and now it's time to talk about what's coming next, about Season 2 of this Year 7. I'm Leo Lorenzoni, the community developer, or one of the community developers for Division 2, and here I have with me Yannick Banchero.
Hello.
How you doing? All good?
Doing good. I'm impressed by how smoothly you put the Kelso joke right at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's we're talking about it before going live on whether or not you should do it, and then you just went with it.
No, I got challenged, and I don't. I usually don't run away from challenge, so I think it was very, very unnoticed by the large community. But yeah, so we have here a PTS. Of course, this is what you guys are going to play from tomorrow to Sunday, or to Monday, technically, about the new season. There are a lot of things happening in the community right now. I know that you guys have been seeing our socials talking about a bunch of different things, and we're going to talk about some of them. We're going to address some of them. We're going to answer some questions. And we're going to talk about what's next, because I think that's what people are more excited about.
I start with one question from chat, which I need to address right now.
Okay.
Declan Shelby asking, the manager with the cat in his backpack, was that based on Yannick? Nope. And I don't know where you got that ID from. I look nothing like that person.
He's a cat man.
I do like cats, so.
You
Yeah, I
like
told
cats?
you.
I have 2 cats.
I can tell he likes cats.
You're a cat person then.
No, I'm actually more of a dog person, but cats are more convenient.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because I'm having a hard time
Cats
training
are
my
brats.
dog right now, and it's not funny when your dog barks in Brazilian and then lives in Sweden, where all the other dogs are super calm and nice. So it really stands out in the middle of the crowd. So still in the out of division topics, I want to say that I have this tendency for some reason that every time that I'm here with you, I mention something about sports. So I'm putting here the spoiler alert that eventually I'll talk about the different sports today. But let's go with the stream. So the first thing that we want to talk is about what everybody's talking about is the climax mission that we released yesterday.
Yep,
we know
the
that
bug.
it's very frustrating having this issue with something that quickly brought our attention to what's happening and what you guys were reporting, different theories of what's triggering the boss to disappear. As you guys might seen or not, yesterday we added a Trello card explaining that we are aware, that we are investigating, and I want to just make sure that you all know that this is a top priority for us right now. Me and Yannick being here, there's no way of being the way of the team who is actually searching, investigating, and trying to fix it. So we're going to talk about the PTS. It's a good thing because it's in the future, but we know that right now there's something very broken in our game, and we are addressing it properly with a high priority task force. Do you want to make any comment about it?
No, I mean, it's always frustrating for us as well when we work on a piece of content. We work on the climax mission that's supposed to be the conclusion of the season, that's supposed to be the celebration moment where we're entering the final part of the season. And it works totally fine on our side, on the dev environment. And the moment we put it live, it breaks, and it only breaks when it's live. So it happens. It's frustrating when it happens, and hopefully we understand why it happens, and we can make sure this kind of issue doesn't happen again until another one happens. That's just the beauty of running a live game. So yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, as Leo said, it's number one priority for us right now is to try to fix that as soon as possible.
And also a shout out to all the content creators who help the community looking for workarounds, for theories of what's triggering and how it can be fixed. That was very helpful for us as well to understand how different players with different experience, with different builds are going through this same issue. So that's very helpful for us. Thank you, everybody. This is why this community is so amazing, because everybody's always trying to help each other. Now, talking about the other big topic that you guys noticed, at least last week, we have the stretch goals coming to this season.
Yes.
It starts on August 19th, so Tuesday of next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Next week, yes.
Yeah. And yeah, stretch goals, it's something that we introduced in the last season. It was very fun. A lot of people thought it was like a one-time only, but it's back, and it has some interesting drops, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to comment about something? Because I haven't seen anyone asking for Lexington in the chat so far.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
What do you guys think about the drop chances on that thing?
I think the last streams we did, I went on record saying Lexington would come back. I was quoted on that. A bunch of videos with my face saying Lexington will come back. And yes, it is coming back. It is coming back in the stretch goals. So if you've been living under a rock and not following our communication or any content out there from our content creators, the stretch goals are coming back next week. That's this infinite progression loop that is added to the season pass once you reach level 100, and then you can repeat them as much as you want. When you repeat them, you get a cash amongst other rewards. And in that cache now we've added the chance to get one of the exclusive name items that are tied to events, and amongst them there is the Lexington. So grinding the stretch goals will be your way for the next few weeks to actually try to get the Lexington or other cool items.
Yeah, and a question that I saw in the community, not necessarily in the chat right now, but I saw it on Twitter and on Reddit. It was because some people got the Lexington way back, and the turmoil as well, the knee pads, and they got in the moment that the rest of the community didn't have the opportunity to get after that, and now they're asking if the item will be the same, if it's going to be maxed out when it drops. Do you want to share the information about that?
Yes, it will be.
Okay, so now it's official. Get ready for that. Farm all those battle pass levels that are.
You only need to get it once.
Yeah, I personally reached level 100 last week with the battle pass five times XP event, and was very, very good to feel that finally I'm kind of in the same point that the community is. There are a lot of content that I need to go through, but at least when it comes to like the seasonal content, I'm very, very excited to be part of this at the same time that the community is. And talking about the...
And just one mention, we put that on the article, but just to say it here again, you will not be able to purchase levels with the stretch goals this time. We do appreciate your generosity. Last time we did it wasn't really intended. But that's not the way we want to go with this. So these are rewards for playing the game, not for spending money. So there is no purchase option for this stretch goals. You will have to work your way towards getting the rewards.
Cool. Talking about the community, there are a lot of notes here in the beginning. There is something that we did on Twitter, I think it was last week, that was asking your opinion about which outfit should be available in our store to be purchased through textiles. And the winner was the Aces outfit. So just a quick reminder that it's available right now and will be there until September 2nd. So if you don't have it, go there, spend your textiles. It was chosen by community. Let's see if we can bring more of that, if we can give you more opportunities to choose how you want to expand your textiles. So stretch goals, Aces, and now finally we got yesterday a big promo about, you're looking good in that, about the Gamescom. So we're going to Gamescom next week.
Now?
Right? Sorry?
As opposed to now?
No, I think you were like you were happy.
Rude.
Now you were kind of like, oh, there are a lot of things going. You were in work mode. There was like happy. I'm going to Germany.
Well, I'm always excited to go to Gamescom. I love Gamescom. I haven't been there for many years, so I'm very excited to go there. I'm excited to talk about some of the future stuff we're working on, and just to meet with some fans and some players. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so we are not going to review anything about Gamescom yet. Yesterday you had the promo, the teaser for that. More information will come soon before the Gamescom, but just a quick reminder that if you're not lucky like Yannick that's going to Gamescom in person, you can still be part of this moment with us, because everything that we're going to talk in our panels will be streamed. So no matter where you are in the world, you still can be part of that and get the information. So yeah, now that we cover the general topics, it's time to talk about what's the most important about the PTS. So this is not only a new season, but it's also like I would say when we talk about year 7, is like Crossroad was very similar to some things that we had in the past, and we had Brooklyn releasing at the same time as a DLC, but now we are delivering something cool that I think, and that's the moment. As a big fan of American football, it resonates a lot for me, because it's all about territory control. So Yannick, can you tell us a little bit more about what's next for Division 2?
Was that your
yeah,
your
that was my because I'm obsessed by American football, and for me that is like my
He had to insert the
sports
football
mind,
joke.
thinking about, hey, this
Reference.
features for me.
Yeah.
Funny.
Okay, so without going into spoiler territory, see what I did here. In terms of what is the season about, context-wise and everything. Yes, the overall thematic of that season is about territory control, and that means that it comes with a whole new feature, and not just something added for the season, a permanent feature, a whole new system that we're implementing with this season that will stay in the game forever, at least for as long as the game will run. And that feature is called Retaliation, and that's something we've been working on for some time already. We did talk in I can't remember which video it was, where we hinted at year 7. We talked about a different way to engage with the open world. Well, that's kind of what we meant here. Retaliation is all about the open world, and it's all about how do you play the open world. So the idea with Retaliation, and we're going to show you that, don't worry, and you'll get to play it tomorrow on the PTS. Surprise! It's basically the way it works is each faction that you have in the map, on the DC map, every time you fight against those factions in mission or in the open world or whatever, every time you take down one of their members or you complete objectives against them, you're going to be feeling a gauge, a disruption or agitation meter, I think is what we call it. And when that is full, that triggers a retaliation, and that means that that faction is going to target a name zone, and you'll get a warning, and you have a specific time to actually go, fight that retaliation before the timer goes down. If the timer goes all the way through and you don't do anything, the faction will invade that name zone and will take it over, and you're going to lose control over that name zone, which matters for your modifier. We'll get to that later. But if you choose to fight them, you can go on that name zone, you can trigger the retaliation. And what happens when you trigger retaliation? You get teleported to the safe house of that name zone, and now you have a very short amount of time to liberate that name zone. All the control points are taken over by that faction, the entire name zone is taken over by that faction, and you're going to have to fight your way against this faction to liberate all the control points. Try to fight the timer as well, because the timer is short and everything you do will gain you some extra time. So it's a race against time and a fight against the faction to try to liberate the name zone before the timer runs out. And if you do that, you get rewarded. If you fail doing so, you get rewarded less. You get rewarded, but less. And then the extra cherry on top of this is, why would you do that? Well, as I said, it matters for modifier, but we'll get to that. But the other thing we are doing with Retaliation, we are bringing something we've wanted to do for some time in the form of the reward of Retaliation, which is going to be exotic crafting. And that means that by doing Retaliation, you're going to be able to get the blueprints of pretty much every exotic item that is in the game, or almost all exotic items that are in the game. And then you're going to get special materials that are going to allow you to craft those items. So that's going to become a whole new alternative way for you to obtain exotic items. If you've been hunting for a specific exotic and not getting it, thinking of some people, myself included, this will be another way to actually get it. You have to get the blueprint, and once you have the blueprint, you will be able to farm the materials and then craft that exotic. And each faction will have a pool of exotics assigned to them, so you can kind of narrow down the pool. If you know you want that specific exotic, you can find out which faction it is tied to, so then you can farm the Retaliation against that faction to get the blueprint and the materials to be able to do that.
It seems pretty pretty fun, pretty cool. I saw some people saying, hey, just show us instead, and we're going to show.
Yes.
We're going to show everything here that we're discussing, but something that you mentioned, now the game is on.
We can at least illustrate
That's crazy.
that in gameplay. Maybe quickly I can talk about that.
I'm not sure about the reward system, though.
No,
what about the
I
veteran players? I mean, it doesn't take very long to get all the exotics.
Conversations that we had in the past, because when we had some players here for the studio tour, we got a lot of feedback, listening to the community through socials and all the opportunities that we have to talk to them. We got a lot of feedback about replayability, how it's important to have new meaningful ways of interacting and engaging with the game in the end game. And this is a feature that is heavily focused on replayability. And something that we had a lot of times we heard a lot of times from different players is that we are doing a lot of things to increase replayability in DC, but for the players who had Wards or Warlords of New York and Battle for Brooklyn, they don't have a reason to go to those maps. And in the beginning you mentioned that it's DC, but actually this is for all the maps, right?
Yes, so Retaliations will work on all the maps. So if you own Warlords of New York or if you own Battle for Brooklyn, you can also do Retaliations there. I
think they'll address
those factions will also have
whether the raid
exotics that are assigned to them.
He said
so
almost every exotic.
But you can still obtain those blueprints. Don't worry, you can obtain those blueprints and those materials even if you don't own the DLCs. So you don't have to worry about that. But if you do own them, it's going to be a bit easier to actually farm Retaliation of the Cleaners and the Rikers, and therefore obtain the exotics assigned to them.
Yeah, so for the DLC owners, another reason to go back. And for those who don't own the DLCs, you're not out of the party. You still can get all the items. So, man, I'm super excited about this. Since I joined the company, I've been hearing things about this feature, and it's by far my favorite because I love the open world. I love this concept of getting territory back and how that can actually help you. So one of the things that is very important when you talk about territory control is the modifiers, because the how much territory you can control is going to affect your gameplay as well, right?
Yes. So that moves us into the modifier discussion. And we are going to show all of that, so don't worry about it. But the modifiers this season are also about territory control, and they're about factions in particular. So let me just show you, basically. But the idea is the core modifier this season, which is called Divide and Conquer. As you can read here, it's all based on how much territory do you control. So we're going to take the mega map. We're going to look at the name zones and then basically say for every name zone that you liberated, that is green, that you control, you're going to get a buff, a permanent buff. And the more name zones you control, the higher the buff gets. When you lose control of those name zones, when the factions regain control of the control
30% rate of fire.
If the factions become disputed, or if you completely lose control, you're going to lose some of that buff as well. So that becomes a turf war game of constantly having to keep an eye on your map to see, okay, what does it look like here? I have a bunch of green stuff. Cool, I'm getting bonuses for them. If you want to see those bonuses, you're going to see that in your modifier screen, and there's also a widget on the UI that's going to show when we're in the world. But you can see that here there is a total of 11 name zones. 5 of them are contested, 5 of them are controlled by me, which means this is the bonus I'm getting right now. Plus 27% rate of fire, plus 14% damage bonus. This applies all the time. in everything I'm playing.
And it's important to explain as well what is the concept of contested name zones, because it's not only you and a specific faction like you and True Sons dividing that name zone for like control points. It's also like them fighting together, right? So if some control points is controlled by the hyenas and the others from True Sons, it still is a contested name zone, right?
Yeah. So it's it's liberated if you control everything. As soon as it's partially controlled by a faction or by several factions, then it becomes contested. If it's completely controlled by
other faction,
by another faction, then it's lost. So this is where retaliation also comes into play, because when a faction retaliates, and if you let them retaliate and you don't do anything, they will take over the entire name zone. That name zone is lost as far as your modifier goes. So to regain that name zone, either you manually go there and do all the control points, or you do a retaliation event in that name zone, which will have the same result. You're going to liberate that name zone and regain control of it. So once again, retaliation is a permanent feature that stays in the game. But for this season, the modifiers are also using the retaliation feature and the focus on factions. That will go at the end of the season, but retaliation will stay.
All right, so do you want to talk about the active modifiers?
Yes, so let me show you. So we actually have 5 active modifiers this season. And here again, this is all built around factions. So the idea is those modifiers, each one of them is inspired by the fantasy of each of the factions. So you get to almost play like a member of each of those factions. So this season, we really wanted you to interact with the modifier, the active modifier, more than the core one. So the core one is this passive buff that applies all the time, but the active modifiers is where it becomes really fun, because these are really, once again, a bit like what we did with Crossroads, those ultimate abilities that really can turn the game around when you trigger them. So there's a bunch of them. I'm not necessarily going to go through every single one. I will show them on screen so you can afterwards pause and look at them, or you can look at that tomorrow as well. But you have this one, the advanced material, and this one is all about skills, boosting your skills and your signature weapon. So when you trigger it, you're going to go on a rampage with your signature weapon and have infinite ammo and this kind of stuff, increase damage and all of that. You're going to see here all the bonuses you get from that modifier when it's active. You'll see a level, I'll get to that. We have Sanitation, which is the cleaners one, which allows you to set enemies on fire, and then it's all about burn mechanics. The more enemies on fire, the stronger the buff, and so it also synergizes with your build. So if you have a fire or a burn build, that's going to work together. Then we have Zealot, which allows you to get a buff when you're in the middle of combat and become very very tough, very tanky, and also deal more damage. Spiced Up, which is the kind of berserker fantasy where you lose your armor, you go just to health, but you're going to get a big health bonus. You can no longer aim down sight, so you're going to have to hip fire your way through, but you're going to be a murder machine.
Yeah, like a Rambo mode, everything. Like just bam, bam, bam.
And then we have Sage Cheese, which is the Rikers one, blinding all hostiles in a cone when you're using the shield. That's the one I'm using here because I'm using a shield build for this live stream. So we'll get to see that one in action. And then talking about the passive modifiers. So the way it works this season, once again, it's around factions, and it's actually around archetypes of the factions. So they're divided in 2 categories. We have the universal modifiers, or the universal passive, and the faction passive. And the way it works is that universal apply to specific archetypes of all the factions. So you will see Stepping Stone, for example, eliminating assaults with headshots adds hollow points ammo to your magazine. So any assault archetype enemy that you're going to take down, regardless of faction, you will get that bonus. Same with all of them. So Keep Out is about rushers. This is about the tanks. Basically, when you destroy one piece of armor of a tank, the entire armor blows up. This is about grenade throwers, and this is about snipers. Then we have the faction-based ones, and those are only active for specific archetypes or specific factions. So this is about hyenas shields, immobilizers,
That deflection
so specific archetypes
is pretty
for each
cool.
of
The
the
hyena
factions.
shield thing.
So the idea here is really depending on which faction
It's
you're
an
going
AoE.
to fight, you can switch your modifiers around based on what you're going to be facing, or just equip everything in universal and then you don't really have to care about it. That's what I did here because I'm lazy.
But I think like for retaliations, for the whole concept of retaking a name zone, it makes sense that before you actually go after them, you just optimize your build with your modifiers to make sure that you're being more effective against them, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then, so one thing that I said I would get back to. So you will see that the modifiers actually have a level. So for the first time this season, we're going to introduce a leveling concept to the modifiers. So the active modifiers will start from level 1. They have 5 levels, and you're going to gain those levels, as you can read here at the bottom, by eliminating hostiles. And no, that's not what it says here. I don't know. It's here. To level up the modifier, eliminate hostiles while the modifier is equipped, or complete retaliations against the Rikers. So once again, this is based on which faction you're fighting. And so when you have that active modifier equipped, and you take down hostiles, you're going to gain XP in that modifier, or by doing retaliations against that faction, you're going to gain XP in that modifier as well. So you can level it up, and every level it's going to become more and more efficient.
And you don't have to be using the modifier. Like it doesn't need to be active in your build to get XP for that if you're facing that specific faction.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that you can farm even with different playstyle.
It's faster if you do, but you don't have to.
Yeah. Cool. I think we got a lot of information. As I think it's nice now to see and to show to the community how it works all together. It's a season about territory control, so there are a lot of these mechanics that involves specific factions and how you optimize your gameplay to face them, to fight back, because it's all about like poking the bear until a point that the bear is fighting back.
Yeah.
So let's make sure that we understand what's the big thing for this season, and I'm super excited because I personally really like that.
Yeah. So just people asking about hostile modifiers in chat. So here they are. There's 3 of them out of mine. And I'll let you read through them because I don't know them by heart, to be honest.
It's basically movement speed and rate of fire bonus.
Yeah. It's bonuses to them.
If they're not damaged in a time, so we need to target them first, so they don't. Yeah.
This one is an AoE damage boost between all of them. So overheal based on their gadgets.
Yep. Cool. So 3 hostile modifiers, 5 active modifiers, and 10 passive modifiers, split into 2 categories: the universal and the faction based.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What do you want to do now?
I kind of want to try a retaliation, but I don't know if we should talk about gear first because I'm using some of the new gear.
Yeah. People will notice if you start just shooting.
Well, maybe I start shooting.
I think it would be cool.
I'm actually gonna
let's give them one.
I'm gonna start a retaliation, which means then I can't talk anymore. So just quickly, so this is the retaliation screen. So that's a new tab that we've added here. So you have your usual map, and at any time you can go on retaliation. When you go on retaliation, you're gonna see your faction status. So this is the progress towards triggering a retaliation. You gain progress, as I said, every time you're messing up with that faction. So by doing missions against them, by just killing them in the open world or anything. Once the bar is full, you trigger this kind of a retaliation warning. I don't know how we call it. So it goes red. Now I'm being told that the faction is about to invade this name zone, is about to retaliate in this name zone. So now I have, for some time, I have a big timer to actually go and do the retaliation. Once again, I can choose to ignore it as well. If I want to do the retaliation, I'm just basically going to say initiate retaliation here. This is going to teleport me into this safe house. All the control points are going to be taken over by the faction, and I have to I'm going to have a timer to actually take care of them. So I'm going to try that, and I'm going to humiliate myself now, but I'm actually going to lower difficulty to challenging because I don't know this build. I've never used it, so bear with me.
Okay.
Am I actually in challenging here?
Cool.
Oh no.
40 minutes is the time that you have to answer to.
I mean, what are we
retaliation,
seeing?
right?
Just him fighting faction?
Hmm?
40 minutes that is was showing that screen was the time that you have to decide whether you're going to join or not, right? Initiate the retaliation.
I think adding
Yeah, I think
global
it was 40
modifiers
hours
should
here,
make
so
the
it's,
timer go
40 hours.
faster,
So
don't you guys
These are
think?
final values or not?
Or, be a benefit for you.
Just another reminder that this is the PTS build. Obviously, a lot of numbers can change. We are doing that to test what's coming for the next season. Please share your feedback with us. We're gonna get the Discord channels for feedback again, and make sure that you let us know through Discord, through Reddit, Twitter, or all of that. It's very important for us, and this PTS will have just one phase, so this is gonna be the only time that you're gonna play this build before the launch. But also you're gonna have an extra day. So some people noticed that we said tomorrow. I know that was not mentioned before, but after this stream, you guys will be able to preload the PTS build and play tomorrow. So you have one extra day than our usual of going from Friday to Monday. Now you have from Thursday to Monday morning. Cool.
So yeah, I see someone commenting, oh, there was legendary. Is that legendary in the open world? No, I think I accidentally selected a mission. That's why there was legendary. There is no legendary in the open world. Don't start expecting things. Just answering, I see a bunch of questions. I think we will have to say that a million times, but yes, this is permanent. Retaliations will stay in the game. It's not just tied to this season. For this season, we are using retaliation also in synergy with the modifiers, but after that season ends, retaliations stay. So it's not going anywhere. It's a new feature you get to play with as much as you want. It would be funny if Yannick would be down in challenging. Oh, it might happen.
Yeah.
Trust me. It might happen. So I'm going to go ahead and trigger that retaliation, which means I'm going to have to play that, and then maybe we can talk about the gear.
Yeah, I will do that.
So here we go. Retaliation is on.
I think wouldn't be funny if you die in challenging, because I need to come here more often and die in normal game.
Yeah.
So people will understand that actually we're not necessarily
I wonder if it's a
good at
game
the
mode you
we're
can
just,
turn on and
working
off.
it, and we really care about it. But yeah, skills and
I mean, is it
gaming
always
skills
going to
and
be
working
on?
skills are completely
Like, what if
different
you
in
didn't
this
want
industry.
retaliation
So
as
first
part of your open
disclaimer,
world?
on this PTS there is a bug with the timer. So you see the timer of the retaliation up there. I do not have 1 day, 11 hours and 6 minutes to do it. I pressed the wrong button. It is actually, it would be just the minutes and the seconds that count, not the hours and the days. So I don't know why these are showing up here. But it's, that's not how it's going to be once it actually goes live.
Okay, I can talk about the new gear.
So, wait,
If you want me, I just need
you
to
can
find.
talk about the new gear. Let me just show something
Yeah,
to
they
the
need
community.
to see that.
You notice something?
I'm
That's an
noticing that
interesting
you're-
build. Is he
Yeah,
using?
people are reacting now. Now I can see.
Is he using the pistol?
Uh,
The
I see
little.
nothing there,
What is
so-
it called?
Yeah, people are saying, "Wow, what is that? No way!
Wow, rain!
Yo, no way! Yo!"
He's got the
Yeah,
the little.
so this
extended
is
mag.
an
Look at the extended mag
automatic
on the pistol.
I'm
and that's
gonna have to-
a new weapon, a new exotic weapon
can go through here.
called Tempest. Has a unique talent called Restrain and makes the pistol fully automated. Deal 25% more damage for 20 seconds after your shield is broken. And this is the new exotic that will be available after the climax mission, in case you're wondering how you can get it. So yeah, I know that now you're exploring all the builds with the Tinkerer. The new exotic mask. Now this is the new toy that it's super fun. It looks fun.
You know what's great about it? It's the first automatic weapon you can use with the big shield.
With the big shield, yeah.
And that makes it a lot of fun.
So
So yeah, I'm playing the Retaliation now. As you can see, I just the control points are a bit streamlined when we do Retaliation, so they don't work exactly the same way. But I cleared the first waves. Now I just need to defend the control point, do my defense phase. And yeah. As you can see, with the timer also, the timer goes up when I take down enemies. When I achieve specific steps in the Retaliation, I also gain some time.
Yeah, it's important to mention that all this information, all specific times, everything that you're learning here will be very well written in our patch notes that will be available right after the stream. So what we're doing right now is teasing and showing what's next, but obviously if you want to check the stats and how they all combine together, check the patch notes later, then you test the PTS, you give us feedback, and then you wait for the new season when we're gonna make the adjustments based on that feedback. We have other exotics for this season. One of them, it's called Overdogs. It's exotic gloves, and it has a talent called Weakest Link that amplifies weapon damage to 30% to the lowest ranking enemies within the tier hierarchy. So basically what we have right now is what we're gonna have this season, it's 2 new exotics that they have talents based on the hierarchy of the enemy. So some enemies, they belong to a higher hierarchy, like named enemies, and based on like the opponents that you're facing, you're gonna get an extra bonus based on your exotic. So some of them are good against the big difficult enemies. Some of them are better against the regular basic ones. So one exotic is the Overdogs gloves, and the other is the Shroud, the MMR, that has the talent high priority target that amplifies weapon damage to 125% to highest ranking enemies, so bosses and all those hard opponents that you face through your journey. Do you want to make a comment about them?
I want to make a comment about those NPCs hiding behind the walls. Come on. Come and die.
It's hide and seek. If you go behind a shield, they're gonna do the same.
The time to kill on that pistol is pretty good. I mean,
and the
challenging,
pressure of having to answer my
a
question.
lot of us play heroic, of course, but challenging isn't exactly easy.
I was just going through the new exotics.
Was it smart chat?
No,
it's easier.
I think that wouldn't be the word that they're gonna use to me, especially when it comes to gear. I'm still learning a lot, but
Man, I hope
I
we
can
get a
understand
pistol
why
gear
we
set.
did that
I
for
hope
this
we get a
season. Like
pistol
having
gear
these
set.
2 exotics, the Shroud MMR and the Overdogs gloves, it makes sense because we're trying to give the players items to use based on the type of enemies that they're gonna face throughout their Retaliation journey.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. It's similarly to how the passive modifiers are about targeting specific archetypes. And here
Imagine running it with Umbra, giving it a 40% rate of fire.
Which enemies you're fighting, what archetypes, what rank they have, and then based on that, prioritize your targets. So you'll see I finished the first control point. I gained some time in my timer here, so now I need to rush to the next one.
Yeah. Run, Yannick, run. So we're gonna have other gear as well. We have a brand set and a gear set. The brand set's called Urban Lookout. Basically, one piece gives you 10% accuracy, 2 pieces 5% skills efficiency, and 3 pieces 30% MMR damage. So it goes very well with the Shroud MMR exotic that I just mentioned before.
Gives you 10% what?
Gear set that we have is called Tipping Scales. We have 1 piece giving 30% magazine size, 2 pieces 30% LMG damage, so light machine guns, and 3 pieces unlock a new unique talent called Throttle Control that gets stacks by shooting, and stacks gives 0.5% weapon handling plus 2% critical hit damage. Again, you're gonna find all of that in the patch notes. I'm not the best person to explain all those numbers, but I'm sure that all your community that is passionate about builds will find very good usage to all this.
So it's an LMG gear set.
Gear that we're bringing. So the brand set and the gear
sounds
gear
not
set.
bad. Weapon handling and crit damage
yes,
on hit.
Bullet King. Oh,
sounds
yes.
not bad.
I think Bullet King is going to be fun this season.
How do we access the PTS tomorrow? So the PTS is available through Ubisoft Connect on PC only. So after this stream, you'll be able to load out, to start the download, and tomorrow we're gonna eventually put on after the stream the announcement exactly the time that you can start playing Retaliations in Division 2. The new feature that it's a permanent feature is not for the new season, but that's coming for Year 7 Season 2. Finally, I just want to bring two named weapons that we have for this season. One of them is called Achilles, and the other is called Instigator. Both of them have a talent called Soft Spot that basically destroying weak points grants 19% weapon damage for 15 seconds. The perfect version increased to 24%. So I'm sure that once you have time, I know that Retaliations is a feature that puts a lot of pressure on doing things fast, but we can go through all of that I'm mentioning and how you will see them in game. And when we're playing PTS, you all can get it like right away. You can get through the vendor, so you don't need to unlock through any mission or any type of progression. You can just test it, try to in different combinations, and give us the feedback. All right.
Good job, Leo.
Yeah.
I think I
watch the VOD later.
I have all the items, so I will at least put them on screen later, so people can dissect the recording.
Yeah, people were making compliments to your focus. You're playing very focused, and I think
I have a focus.
There's a timer,
also.
right?
There is a timer, so I'm trying to succeed. I mean, I put it on challenging. I'm not allowed to fail on challenging, otherwise I guess I have to.
The timer's pretty generous. I mean, an hour to clear a zone, an hour plus, and you earn more time.
But also, that weather is it's very dramatic, but it's very foggy. It's very hard to see anything.
People are asking for plans for more loadout slots.
Not immediately, no. Maybe someday it would be great to add new ones, but we don't have plans for that yet.
NYL, I think what happens is it's gonna be like a weekly thing, right? Because I think maybe like on Tuesdays the map will reset, so no matter what, you're gonna go back to having to clear all your control points.
You are not allowed to fast travel in the name zone during Retaliation.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
You have to
run.
That would be cheating otherwise.
Oh, you said the timer is bugged. Got it.
This is So what's happening here is that I've been surrounded by what we call a kill squad. So somehow I couldn't use an armor kit. I don't know why. So I realized I haven't been using my active modifier at all, so I'm doing a bad job at showing how this works.
That's true. You had the say cheese modifier, right?
Yeah. So I have failed.
That's okay. It was your first trial of the day.
Yeah. Apparently I'm waiting for group wipe, so I don't know who's in my group that hasn't died yet, but invisible player, please die. Please die.
Do you want to talk about the kill squads again? Because I think during all the information that we mentioned in the beginning, maybe it was kind of lost.
Yeah, so you see just here, you see what happened. Because I play solo, I cannot revive, which means that dying means game over. So the retaliation ends in a contested state. So I took one control point, the other two are still occupied, which means I will get some rewards still, partial rewards, but not the full range of rewards I would have gotten otherwise. That also means that as far as the modifier goes, now that zone is going to be contested as well. So you see the control point I took is it's taken, but the other ones these remain as they were. So yeah, So what happened, because I've seen people also asking, but they've seen several named enemies. So there is, when you play Retaliations, you have a chance to see kill squads spawn. And those kill squads, when they spawn, they're going to be hunting you down. So they can spawn in the world while you're running in between control points, and they're going to chase you and try to attack you. They are all of named quality or named rank, so they're pretty tough. And taking them down will earn you some extra time, extra valuable time. But of course, you have to make a choice because taking them down will take some time. So it's really about making sure that you're aware of your timer. But the reason
That sounds
also why
awesome.
you may want to actually fight them is because they are the ones
Like
that
hunters,
are
kinda.
the exotic blueprints. So taking down those kill squads will be the best way to actually
actually
collect all
hunt
the
you.
exotic blueprints of that faction. That will then allow you to farm them or to craft them. So
Yeah, now we know. It's all about decisions, right? Because you need to run from control point to control point, and they are in your way. So you need to decide whether you're gonna, choose them instead of your main mission. They are rewarding, but yeah.
and hopefully I can show that. But I see people asking if this is exclusive to DC. So no. Hopefully this is gonna work. I haven't tried it, but normally if I go in Brooklyn,
I was
should have
playing Brooklyn
Retaliations
before,
in
yeah.
Brooklyn as well.
Yeah, I was playing Brooklyn before Retaliation, so it should be working.
Will a kill squad follow you all the way to the control point? And no. So, I mean, if you run away, you can run away, and eventually they will give up. So you don't have to fight them. But mind you, if they spawn very close to the control point when you're fighting or going there, they might actually flank you. So, so you may not be able to get away from them.
I think something important that we didn't mention before about crafting those exotics through Retaliation is that when you fight a specific...
So you have Retaliations here as Cleaners and Rikers in Brooklyn. So it also works here.
Yeah, so when you face one of the factions and you got from them special Retaliations material that will help you craft those exotics. But also if you're stacking the crafting material from the hyenas and actually you want a exotic that is to a blueprint from the True Sons, for example, you can change that material that you have from one faction into the other through what we're calling here the broken shade watches. So can you explain a little bit more about this mechanic?
Yeah, sure. So each to craft. Sounds like we have a fire alarm, people.
Wow.
Is that a fire alarm? What the hell? What the hell? Do they need to go? Please don't. Run! Run! The building's on fire. But we'll stay here. Just close the doors. What kind of operation you guys running over there in Malmo?
Okay, so folks, we have a fire alarm. We don't know if it's a drill. I mean, a drill we would have been told, so we don't know if there's actually a fire or not. We have to evacuate the building, so I'm afraid we're gonna have to end the stream
short.
here and see if we can come back. Otherwise, enjoy the PTS tomorrow, and sorry for not going through all the details if we have to end it here. But PTS is live tomorrow, so enjoy it, and yeah, wish us luck.
Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Were you guys? As far as the new game mode coming, open world orientated, which is good. I like that. I mean, it's got some issues. It's not perfect. Nothing ever is. One of the things I wonder is, well, I mean, there's something like one of the issues is the modifiers, you know. So you get stronger based on clearing all your control points. So if you want max power, then basically clear all your control points. Then what do you have left to fight? You forcing yourself into missions only? And if you're farming, XP farming, for example, or you're farming gear in this zone, then it's common for us to reset our maps often. You know what I mean? So I'll clear these 4 control points, reset the map, do it again. And if you're doing that, then you're nerfing your build constantly. Constant nerf, right? Basically making modifiers not even interesting for the run. I mean, that's the global set, right? The ones that are supposed to give you the perks. So I feel like as you're getting stronger, you're eliminating your play options for power. We didn't get too much look on the exotics. They mentioned them. Basically, there's a pistol, and the other ones I didn't quite catch because it went quite quick. But we'll see tomorrow. I'll be trying to stream. I got to get all the technical stuff worked out, but I'll be trying to stream the PTS tomorrow. So first things first. But so that's one issue. The modifiers don't seem that great because of that. It's very much situational. Much more situational than we've ever seen. So, for example, you have passive modifiers that are going to only work if you're shooting the hyena that has the shield. But against every other hyena, you're getting no benefit from it, as an example. You know, and then we saw another one where you only get a benefit when shooting a sniper. And every other NPC, I mean, how many snipers do you engage, right? In combat, like 2, maybe? Per control point? Maybe, right? So it's just like, it seems very situational. And I think that's a power control, right? It's a way for them to control our power by making the more situational it is. It's a way of them trying to balance this back in, I think. But the part about the other thing, going back to the new game mode, which is called Retaliation, which will permanently be here. I'll have to replay. I'm going to do a recap, and so I'll look closely at the images that he provided, but I'll see if there's a way to activate it or deactivate it. It might just be on all the time like Invaded is. You don't have to engage with it. You're rewarded if you do. It looks interesting. I like the idea of it. It's like Invaded, but for zones, you know? That's cool. I like it. And it's a reward system. Why not? The part that... What do you guys think? I mean, these are my thoughts, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this too. Like, what do you think about the reward system being exotic blueprints to craft exotics? I mean... He didn't say if raid exotics. We never got that answer. Are raid exotics? Hopefully the PTS patch notes will have that. I'll look here. But, I mean, it doesn't take very long. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get exotics in this game, right? And in my opinion, it doesn't take very long to get every exotic. Not excluding the raid exotics, right? But every other exotic, it doesn't take that long. I know that we've all had our RNG kicking us in the ass and Countdown trying to find, you know, whatever exotic mask or something, you know? Yeah, that happens, you know, but RNG is still going to kick you in the ass when you're trying to farm these exotic blueprints. You might not get the one that you're looking for. And he started talking about an exchange system, something called broken watches, that lets you convert blueprints, trade them up for something else. But what good, like for me, and this isn't about me, so I'm not complaining for me, but I'm thinking about other players that are basically Overwatch 1000, because it doesn't take very long to get all of your fucking exotics. And so if you're, I mean, watch anywhere around 2000, you probably have all of your exotics, you know, most of them, the ones that you're interested in, you know. And so why do we need to craft them? Why do I need to craft an exotic? In case I accidentally delete one? Is that? Or exotic components? Well, that's the thing. I mean, you would think like, I mean, you raise a good point there. Like, but that's a great idea. Or exotic components. Let us just get exotic components because we don't care about the exotics. Blueprints. But to craft these exotics, I guarantee are going to cost us exotic components to craft them. So it wouldn't be an exotic component farm to craft it and deconstruct it. Probably be a waste, or if not a wash. Yeah, right, Sky? If it's not raid exotics, it's not worth it. Yeah. Kyle, as an example, how long have you been in the game? I mean, or what's your watch level? To give us an idea. I mean, because I'm thinking of just new players here. Like, even as a new player, man, you're going to have all of those exotics in a month or two, couple of months. I mean, you play one global event for a couple hours and then do Countdown on the side, you're going to get all these exotic caches and you're just going to open up and you can get random exotics. You got them all, you know? But that's what I'm saying. I don't even think it's legit for new players. I see it as a new, it's obviously for new players, but as a new player myself, like me knowing the game and you guys knowing the game that have been here for a while, you know, how long is it going to take you to get the full set of exotics? Except for, I mean, if you were out, like if I was new to the game and I'm leveling up, I'm like watch 1000, you know, and I mean, by that time you're going to have the capacitor. You're going to have probably the memento. You're going to have the coyote mask. You're going to have the St. Elmo's. Probably the pestilence. There's going to be so many exotics that you got on accident. You have a weekly exotic SHD project, right? You have the summit weekly exotic SHD project. They give you actual caches that you open that are going to give you an exotic. And then you have 4 characters. I mean, just if you went the 4 character route, you could get a big bulk of exotics just in 1 week. But so my point is like, I mean, we don't have that many exotics. What is it, like 55 or something like that, right? We have 55 total exotics in the game, something like that, give plus or minus. And so, I mean, there might be one that eludes you, but the blueprint farming is not the answer to that. Because the blueprints are in a pool that RNG is going to deliver. And it's faction-based. So this is sort of, in my mind, like the Descent blueprints. It's a thing to collect and then you never use it. So I have blueprints from Descent. I didn't farm the hell out of it, but I got some really interesting ones. I got some of my favorite blueprints, like the Chain Killer chest piece. Guess how many times I've used it? Never. Never. And so I think for new players, I'd want something else. I'd want something else. I mean, maybe just a big cache of exotic caches. You know what I mean? A big exotic cache jump, like 20 exotics or something like that. I don't know. So you could, so at least you can get the exotic components, because new players, I think once they get their grip, you know, I think once they get their grasp on what's going on in the game, they quickly realize it's all about, for them, they have their eye on the expertise, right? Like, oh, all these, that's where the power is, the expertise. And it is and it isn't, right? It isn't. But it's where the end game ultimate grind lies, and this doesn't contribute to that. Not that it needs to, but I'm just saying, you know. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, I don't really like the blueprint concept. I mean, I didn't really like it in Descent. It sounds interesting until you realize that you never use it. So, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, and at this stage, I'm personally not that into rewards, and, you know, maybe new players will enjoy it. Now, here's the catch. If they gave us the ability to re-roll every single exotic to put on whatever stat we wanted, then definitely more worth it, right? So, for example, if you can take any weapon and re-roll it, because I think, if I remember right, I think only some weapons you can re-roll. Is it right? Is it still like that, or did they fix it so that we have every weapon we can re-roll? Or craft. So, like, you know, you can craft this one if you don't want damage to targets out of cover and you want headshot damage there instead, then crafting that one would be cool. Let me find another one that would be like the nimble. If you wanted headshot damage and weapon handling instead of crits, then the blueprint would be extremely valuable. Let's see if well, I doubt they put up the patch notes because they're on a fire drill. I don't see them. Let's see if they came up. This would be season 2, right? Yeah, I don't see anything. I guess we'll have to wait. They're on a fire drill. Maybe when they come back, they'll post that. But oh, you know what? Let me check X real quick. See if maybe it's there. Not yet. Yeah, so some of this stuff, you know, it's all interesting. I think that, you know, on the surface, I've always found, I mean, lately since they introduced modifiers, I feel like on the surface they seem less exciting until I get my hands on them, and then I find like, oh, this is actually really cool, and then you dig in deeper and you're like, oh, this is amazing. Like these modifiers this season, I didn't, from when I first saw them in the reveal, I was like, oh, this doesn't seem that great, you know. And then I got in and I was like, oh, these are amazing, and you know, maybe it'll be like that. Okay, well, I'm gonna go because I gotta recap this thing and I need to watch back what they said. So give me like an hour or so and I'll have this up for you guys to check out. I'll download my thoughts and break down whatever details that they gave us. I mean, I wish I had the patch notes. To include, so I'll have to do that in a separate video. But appreciate you guys hanging with me this morning, and too bad we didn't get all the details because of that fire drill, but hey, acts of God, apparently. All right, catch you guys in a bit.